I don't need to like do it better. I don't need to do it differently. I just need to do the same thing. And the market is big enough, the world is big enough where I can win as well. They'll have an idea for a product or a service, and then they'll get really excited, and then they'll go Google it, and then they'll see it exists, and they'll move on. And when I do that and I see it exists, I'm like, yes, this is it. Someone went to the front lines of the battlefield and validated this for me.
What is the sort of underpinning mentality that's required for someone to be successful before we get into the tactics?
I should say that the pain of your problem needs to be greater than how much you care about what people think about you. It needs to get to that point, because by far that is the biggest roadblock to success, is people caring too much about what people think about them. And so they don't want to do the thing, or they don't want to talk about doing the thing because some random person from high school follows them on Facebook and might comment something, right? Which is really silly, but I've been there. I get it, right? If we can get over that, if we can just flip the switch in our brain that says people are thinking about me, people are caring about me, and just switch that to off, we'll win, right? Because the world is our oyster at that point. People think business is a zero-sum game.
What does that mean?
Well, they think that things are oversaturated. They'll have an idea for a product or a service, and then they'll get really excited, and then they'll go Google it, and then they'll see it exists, and then they'll move on. And when I do that and I see it exists, I'm like, yes, this is it. Someone went to the front lines of the battlefield and validated this for me. And then I'll go to the web archive. I'll go to Whois, and I'll go look at what their website has looked like over the last decade, see where they started. Maybe their product was $99. Now it's like $49 every 2 months. I'll look at copy of their headline. I'll look at like how many tabs they have on their website. Do they post their Instagram feed on? I'll look at all these things and see how it's evolved over time and think, awesome. I'm going to start where he's at today. This guy already proved it out for me. He took all the risk. This is amazing. This exists. I don't need to like do it better. I don't need to do it differently. I just need to do the same thing. And the market is big enough. The world is big enough to where I can win as well. So we're at a great advantage when we start where our competitors or our future competitors already are, instead of starting where we think we need to be, starting like trying to be different or innovative or unique. In my experience, that's more of like a signal of our pride or our ego. We feel kind of like weird or odd or even dirty or unethical if we're just like copying and pasting a business, even if we had the original idea ourselves, when really there's nothing to be ashamed of. We don't want to steal their intellectual property or their logo or anything, but copy what's already working.
Yeah, people don't think that that's a thing, because they think if I copy a business that's already working, then I'm not going to get any customers, because this existing business has all the customers. But it's interesting. I had someone on the show where they talked about how some of the greatest entrepreneurs in the world basically just copy 95% of the blueprint. I think it was Walmart. I think he was talking about Walmart, but
yeah, they copied other like regional grocery chains.
Copying as a strategy.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
Oh, absolutely.
Give me an example.
I had a phone repair business when I was in college, 2010. And I got a call one day from someone that said, hey, Chris, I want to buy all of your broken iPhone screens. Do you have any broken iPhone screens? Sure. We don't throw them away because we think it's bad for the environment. We just have a box of them. How much will you pay me? $3 a piece. Why will you pay me $3? It's just broken glass. And they said, well, there's actually a way of remanufacturing these. We can send them to China. We can remove the broken glass, put new glass on them, and then we can resell them as a remanufactured unit. And that was just like a light bulb, right? So most people, I think at this point would say, yeah, where do I ship these? But I was like, I need to be in that business. I want to copy that guy who called me, right? Now, I don't know what his website was. I don't know what the name of his business was. There was no web archive at the time to look at. I just wanted to copy the business model because I thought this is going to be a thing. I'm in the industry. I know the industry. I'm going to do this as well. So we did 2 million the first year, then 5, and then 9. And then we exited a few years after that. Pretty good chance there's not even a market for that, or there's not even a method for that. And because of my ego, my pride, my unwillingness to just copy what's already working, I wouldn't have that successful business in my back pocket, right? Mm-hmm. So if you do twists in the beginning, it's kind of like I'm kind of thinking of an analogy. Like if you're on a long road trip and you start taking detours early on, or if a flight is on a flight path and he starts like getting off track just a little bit at the beginning, he's going to end up hundreds of miles away from his destination. But if he starts making tweaks along the way, then he'll be much closer to where he would have been anyway.
Mm-hmm. And you might reach a better destination with some of those tweaks.
Because you're blending it with your experience, what you know better than the person that you're copying.
And so it's important to copy the model exactly at the beginning, because you're also going to learn what it is about that existing model that works.
Yeah.
And therefore what you can iterate on, change, expand. If you didn't, then you might miss something.
Exactly. Because so often I've made the mistake of looking at another business and saying, oh man, why are they doing that? Why are they charging like that? Why, like, they're charging all these different things. That's so confusing. I made this mistake. I had an e-commerce fulfillment business where brands would send us all their products. We had this big warehouse and we would ship all of their stuff out, right? And I was like, why do they have storage fees, pick, pack, and ship fees? They charge fees for tracking their expiration dates. They charge extra fees if there's 5 items in a box versus 4. Like, there's so much friction there. That's so messy. Like, we're going to make this simple. We're going to just one flat fee, no storage fee, and that's going to be our differentiator, right? And then over time, over the course of months and years, we learned, oh, storage fees. It's because sometimes your customers go out of business and then you're left holding the bill and like your storage costs are actually very high, but there's nothing to pass on. Oh, pick, pack, and ship fees, because you learn all these things and you're like, okay, I wasn't like this genius that had an MBA. I was just like trying to put my own spin on it because I thought I was smarter than that business owner. Turns out someone that's been doing this for 15 years versus 15 days knows a lot more about the industry than me. And I'm much better off just copying his pricing, copying the layout of his website, copying the size of the warehouse he has, copying the same niche that he's going after, because that's clearly working for him. So I don't make that mistake anymore. I don't assume that other competitors are idiots, right?
Yeah.
I've been proven wrong too many times. I assume that they're doing that because they've learned the hard way.
Yeah.
And if I copy them, then I won't have to learn the hard way.
And your example of that storage company you started, it sounds like you hit an old problem.
Yes, very much so.
And you tried to innovate and experiment, but this was an old problem where the laws of human beings and how they behave and businesses going bust was still pertinent.
Yeah, and at the end of our 2-year experiment, like, we looked just like all of our competitors, right? So if we would have started there, we could have saved 2 years.